Wait, hold on. Headed to old Isra. Oh good, you stopped. No time for details. People eager to see me dead will come over that hill at any moment. So, want to earn some easy gold. Telvanni, the tower at Ald Isra's east end. Inside, there's a green mushroom. By that mushroom, there's a dark elf. She'll probably insult you. She's my contact. Deliver this letter, then walk away with a pocket full of gold. Better you don't know, but fine. There's a spy among the Assembly of Masters. My contact's here to end the threat. Look, can you take this letter to her? Don't open it, don't look at it, don't talk about it. Hand it over, and you're done. Deal? Remember, a dark elf by a green mushroom in Telvanni. Tell her, both light and shadow can be deadly. She'll reply, though only one chases the other. Then hand over the letter, and she'll give you gold. Now, go while I lead my pursuers away. The people working for the spy. That's my assumption, at least. When a dagger flew past my head, I took off. Look, you don't want to know any more about this. You don't need details to deliver a letter, and the more you know, the greater the danger. It's just another Telvanni town. Its claim to fame is that the Assembly of Masters congregates there. Look, I'm from the other side of Morrowind. I just had orders to meet my contact here and deliver that letter. Want to know more? Ask a local. We don't have time for this. Look, the name is misleading. Telvanni Masters never assemble. Instead, they send their assistants, the mouths, to represent them. So it's really the Assembly of Mouths. But no one wants to call it that. Can I go now? Here!
Yeah!
Get to Telvanni. I'll draw off my pursuers.
Yeah! Yeah!
Fate needs you, Proxy.
Any delay is unacceptable. We hired the Morag Tong to deal with this problem.
Bellow all you want. It won't change my process.
Outrageous! How dare you...
Master Phobes, a word, if I may.
Well, look what the Nixox dragged in. What are you doing here, hero? Are you following me again? Seriously, what brings you to this house of arrogance and whining? Though only one chases the other. Alright, it's obvious Folsi sent you, and she gave you the code of a courier. That tells me you have something for me. Go on then. Hand it over. Folsi can fend for herself. Right now, I need to see if she learned anything to point me to the true identity of my target. Tredesem, the name on the writ, is an alias. Interesting. According to Folsi, House Drez established a camp to the south. Folsi seems to think so. Since you want to get paid, how about you help me out? I need to assassinate a spy and tell Hulan. But to do that, I need to figure out who actually deserves my blade. It's quite legal. I have a Morag Tong writ of execution. A binding document that gives me the authority to eliminate the name on the writ. We figure out who Tredesem actually is, I finish the job, you get paid, and we go home. Not together, necessarily. Depends on my mood. So, what do you say? Congratulations, you're my new Folsi. First, go to the servants' quarters to the west and ask Akigo about the spy. Then visit the Dres camp to the south and see if they have any connection to this Tredessim. I need to keep watch here, just in case. Ah, hero. If we had a bottle of wine and all the time in the world, the stories I could tell you. But I really want to complete this writ and then wash the stink of the Telvanni out of my hair. Can we catch up later, please? Now is not the time, hero. Distractions can lead to a blade in your back, or worse, to one in mine. Concentrate on the mission. Let me do my job, then we can talk. You mean other than the fact that I have a writ for someone named Tredessim who apparently doesn't exist? That House Dres has a nearby camp? Or that I want you to question a servant named Akigo? Which of those would you like me to spell out for you? It was part of the writ, provided by whichever scribe the masters had contact the Morag Tong. But since no one here knows anyone with that name, it must be an alias. Believe me, when I figure out who took out the writ, I plan to ask them about that. Because Folsi thought me knowing about it was important enough to involve you. House Dres controls the land far to the south, near the Black Marsh border. Them setting up a camp near here could be coincidence, but it's worth checking out. Akigo is a contact I cultivated the last time business brought me out this way. For a minor servant, he excels at avoiding notice and absorbing everything that happens in town. He'll only help if it's safe. He knows what the Telvanni do to traitors. Are you sure? Don't want to ask about my favorite beverage, how I look so good without any effort, or which scrib I favor in tonight's race? Good. Then let's get to work, hero. We have a spy to identify. It's not, and I couldn't care less about the Telvanni. House full of arrogant arses. I'd put each of them to the blade if I had the writs for it. This is strictly business. The Assembly took out a writ. I'm here to enforce it. Information discussed during the meetings of the Assembly of Masters has gotten out. One of the mouths accused this Tredessim, and the Masters applied for the writ. Unfortunately, no one here is named Tredessim. Means we actually need to do some work. Foes is a typical Telvanni master, full of himself and twice as annoying. Sulis is reasonable, but he's hiding something. Then there's the servant Zemzo. I expected to deal mostly with servants and mouths. Surprised to find this many masters here. Not much, in my opinion. They're all just interested in gaining power, stabbing each other in the back, and earning higher ranks in the house. Mouths serve their masters, representing them so the masters don't have to leave their towers. Just that lickspittle Alem Gito. He's Foes' aide. Made a good show of subservience, didn't he? Like all Telvanni's servants, I assume he's quietly vying for power in some way. The sooner we're done and I can leave, the better I'll feel. You mean other than the fact that I have a writ for...
No, Sulis. I'm out of patience. We need this finished now!
Master Foves, calm yourself. This solves nothing.
Come, Gito. Leave the hireling to her work.
Yes, Master Folks.
Well, unlike Foves, I am at your service should you require anything. I couldn't help overhear. I think it's excellent that Nayu selected you to assist her in this matter. More hands means we can get back to the usual business of the Assembly that much faster. And by usual business, I mean I can return to my tower.
The easiest part of my day comes while Master Foves enjoys his first meal. He insists that I leave him alone while he eats his kwama eggs. That's when I enjoy a nice book.
Did I hear correctly? Did Nayu hire you to help her complete her writ? Well, just be aware, that's not coming out of the Assembly treasury. Any arrangement such as that is between you and the Morag Tong.
I have nothing to say. Word travels fast in old Isra, outsider. I heard you work with the Dark Lady. Last time she came through, I had to clean up 3 bodies. If she sent you to ask for my help again, the answer is, politely, no. I do not want her to be angry with me. Just information? No risk to scale or tail? Very well. I don't know about a spy, but a servant leaves the quarters late every Sundas and Midas night, then returns early the next morning. No idea who, but there's always a strange smell the next day. What? No. It's locked for a reason. We servants don't have that much. I won't let a stranger in to go through our meager belongings. Nope, this key stays right here with me. You wouldn't? You would? Fine. Working for House Telvanni is just one terrible moment after another. Here. But I don't want to know anything about what you do in there. Just leave the key in the lock. I'll grab it once you leave.
A new servant? I suggest you dress more appropriately for the position. The masters are strict about decorum. Now, what do you want? Well, last week, the head steward assigned me to Master Sulis's quarters. He's friendly in public, but exceedingly mean behind closed doors. I heard him talking with Masters Foves and Folsi about a secret project, but I didn't get any details. I have, and I wish they'd do it quietly. I won't tell the head steward, but they could repay my discretion by not disturbing my sleep. And no, I don't know who it is. Staying ignorant means I don't need to lie when someone asks. That's hard to miss. It's like a bomb that hasn't been cleaned in a while. You'd think a servant could wash up occasionally. Strange. The smell began when that person started leaving at night. Probably a coincidence.
Sorry, no time for the likes of you. The masters and mouths are very strict that we talk to no one. You don't even want to know what they did to me when they heard I accidentally told an elf from House Dres where the well was.
Did you see that woman outside? If looks could kill, she wouldn't need those knives.
Shh. She asked about her assistant. Just keep your head down.
Was that you, rummaging around upstairs? If you're a new servant, then I hope you learn to respect other people's belongings. Also, and I'll try to say this gently, your smell is quite pungent. Was that you? Well, last week, the head steward assigned me to Master Sulis.
Hey, hero. Find anything pertinent to my writ? Notice how the servants around here love me. They know I'm here for bigger scribs than them. Well, come to think of it, I have had a writ or two for servants over the years. 3, actually. Anyway, find anything useful in there? You brought me a jar. Ugh, It reeks like Asha's undergarments. Why in the world would a servant need a jar of Kaguti musk? I can't think of a single useful purpose other than to stink up the place. Did Akigo have any useful information? Well, I'd say you'd found the source of the spell. But why go out on specific nights just to return with a jar of stink? Could it be some sort of weird romantic rendezvous? That's no courting ritual that I'm familiar with. Anything else? Now that's interesting. Certainly worthy of the efforts of a spy, depending on the nature of the project. Let's you and I keep this to ourselves for now. See what else we can learn about this secret project. Back in the saddle.
Spellwright Moran, should we be concerned about the trouble in Necrom?
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
You show the dead more respect than the living. Leave my offerings to me and get your dung-smelling incense out of my face.
This is my great-grandmother's favorite scent. See, I actually pay attention to my ancestors and don't buy whatever is popular.
Don't keep me here too long. I need to get to Necrom before that fool. He thinks my ancestors will shun me. Ha! I'll show him the right way to honor those who've passed. Have you heard the way he talks to me? He thinks he's better than I am because he's bringing homemade goods to Necrom. I don't have the skills to make the offerings my ancestors want. Is it so bad that I buy them instead? Is it so terrible that I purchase my offerings from those who make them better? I'm not an artisan. I don't own land. My skills over the cookfire extend only so far as my own survival. Besides, I'm not the only one who buys their offerings. Do what you want with your own ancestral offerings and leave me to do the same. Still, maybe I could learn to cook. Or work silver. Something useful I could incorporate into my life and not just give to the dead.
Can you believe her? My fellow pilgrim prioritizing anything other than her ancestors' wishes. She should care less what I bring for my family and focus more on her own paltry offerings. She did little more than purchase them from a merchant. There's nothing that ties her family to the offerings except an exchange of gold. If I were her ancestor, I'd feel snubbed, deprived of a connection to the life work of my family, forgotten even. Honored with the trappings of wealth, instead of the comfort of familial affection? Oh, never. What would you know about this anyway, Noir? You're no dark elf. Don't assume you know our ways. Incense formed by the deft hands of my daughter, fragrant bread baked by my son, fruit picked by my wife, and the yarn I spun myself. My great-grandmother's spirit will be placated with the knowledge that her family remembers her well. They do. They speak to us and demand our respect. The walls of Necrom are filled with the spirits of the deceased. It's an honor to make the pilgrimage there, to give our gifts to those who wait beyond life. Honored with the trappings of wealth, instead of the comfort of familiar...
Over here, hero. Got anything interesting for me? Folsi's report didn't do this place justice. This isn't a camp. It's a House Dres foothold in House Telvanni territory. Any chance you found anything that will help us find the spy in there?
Back, fiends. That's the end of that tale. Another find for your pack.
Anyone who has House Dres's respect has mine.
got this. We're still standing. Be proud of that. Oh, lucky. Stendar must be watching.
Over here, hero. Got anything interesting for me? Folsi's report didn't do this place justice. This isn't a camp. It's a House Dres foothold in House Telvanni territory. Any chance you found anything that will help us find the spy in there? Well, that narrows down the list of suspects, and it also tells us how they exchange information with their contact. They're using the Kuguti nests to the north as a pickup spot. Did you find anything else? Add all this to that jar of Kuguti musk you found in the servants' quarters, and I think we're getting close to catching our spy. Using false names to identify the masters. Clever, and demonstrates a sense of humor. Not quite yet. This could just be another diversion. Let's not jump to too many conclusions just yet. So it appears that an aide or servant leaves messages for House Dres at the Kuguti nests to the north, using the musk to keep from being attacked. First, go to Tel Hulen and update Master Sulis. Then we'll check on those nests. The clues indicate that Tredecim is an aide to one of the masters, who also sleeps in the servant quarters. They use Kuguti musk to approach the northern nests to exchange messages with House Dres. Update Master Sulis, then join me at the nests. Not a bad time to review the evidence, though I strongly advise that you not mention any of this to the mouths and masters at Tel Hulen. Where would you like to start? The Dres call the spy Tredecim. They're a servant, but more than that, a personal aide to one of the Telvanni masters. We also know that Tredecim passes information to the camp House Dres established outside Aldezra. We deduce that Tredecim leaves their quarters late at night to drop information off at the northern Kuguti nests. They use musk to keep the beasts from attacking. The next day, Dres agents recover the information. Only speculation. It probably has something to do with that secret project the servant mentioned. Something that Masters Sulis, Foves, and Thusi are working on. Beyond that, it could be anything. A lot of important business happens in Tel Hulen. Hard to say with confidence. Tredecim sent a letter requesting a transfer of gold into Master Sulis's bank account. And we could interpret that as evidence of his involvement, but it could just be a diversion. Let's not draw the wrong conclusion. Good, because we still have a lot to do. Head back to Tel Hulen and update Master Sulis. Placate him, but don't give him any more information than necessary. We're still not sure if he's involved. Then meet me at those Kuguti nests to the north.
Yeah! Yeah!
Fate needs you, Proxy.
Ah, you're assisting the Morag Tong agent, correct? As busy as I am, I can always spare a moment for the hired help. Oh, that is good to hear. Even though the Assembly enacted the writ, I know that Naryu is under no obligation to keep us informed. I appreciate it. I know better than to ask for specific details. The Morag Tong prefers to work unhindered. Anything else? The Masters send representatives to the Assembly, our mouths. They have the authority to speak in our names. Some sessions require a Master to attend, as well as any aides and servants. Scribes take notes so every Master can stay informed. Ah, oh, that is good. The Masters... You did you? Interesting. Yes, I'm working on something with Masters Foves and Thilsey. We've been meeting frequently until fairly recently. Then Foves stopped attending. He's worried about the spy. His aide delivers him notes after each meeting. A very informative update. Thank you. Now you should get back to it. We'll all feel safer and more secure once this spy has been dealt with. Permanently. Not especially. I suggest we change topics. To a Telvanni master such as myself, everyone is a spy and a threat. It's something of our way of life. Hence the need for you and the Morag Tong assassin. A fresh set of eyes and a dagger to get the job done. I suggest you get back to it.
Hireling, I hope you have a strong sense of discretion. Talking to Master Sulis like that may not be wise. I have concerns about him. Have you and the assassin made progress? I totally understand. What some call paranoia, I call prudent caution. This spy could cause irreparable damage to the Assembly, if not to House Telvanni itself. Tell me, what did you and Master Sulis talk about just now? Did he now? How easily he let slip confidential information to a stranger. I know others find me grating, but I've spent my life making House Telvanni stronger. This spy threatens our stability. I need you to find them. Eliminate this threat. I don't like this feeling of the wolves at the door. Your confidence encourages me. Thank you for talking with me. Now I must go. I swear my aide Gito is avoiding me. Just between us, he's let his grooming lapse. His odor is quite unpleasant. I'm suspicious of everyone, especially my peers and rivals. You have to be, in my position. Sulis, though, he's changed. I don't like it. He has a new urgency about him. Always wants to talk about some new idea or another. For example, Sulis mentioned our secret project, yes? He insists that we meet in person. And with a spy and possible assassin roaming this tower? Ridiculous! What? No, of course not. What part of the word secret are you unfamiliar with? No, I cannot discuss our project. Sulis should never have mentioned it to begin with. Oh, Alam Gito. Yes, he's been my loyal assistant for a number of years. Maybe I've been working him too hard. Seems like he has no time to keep up his appearance. And the smell! Perhaps I should get him a room outside the servants' quarters.
Shouldn't have let that dry. Now we
is the
Night
other
never
one?
heals.
Before I let you find our spy.
Smell that? Just like the jar of musk, but 1,000 times worse. Search around. We know the message exchanges happen somewhere around here. Just watch out for Dres agents and angry Koguti. Good. I have no patience for that sort of thing. Did either of them happen to say anything incriminating? I haven't eliminated a Telvanni master in quite some time. If Master Foves feels that worried about Tredessim, we can assume he's not involved. Unless it's a bluff. Gods, I hate Telvanni machinations. What was that about Alam Gito? He smells? Well, that's something we should check on when we return.
Anything good?
Interesting. Let's talk where there's some fresh air. I smell like a Koguti, this place smells like a Koguti, and you definitely smell like a Koguti. Let me see that letter you found. Master Foves' aide. Interesting. Once House Dres heard about the writ, they must have panicked. Not so fast, hero. Have we found everything here at the Koguti nests? There might be more clues scattered around this Dres message relay. If Gito and the Dres used this site often, they could have left behind other information. Keep looking around for anything not Koguti related. I smell like a Koguti, this place. Master Foves' aide. Interesting. Not so fast, hero. Have we found everything here at the Koguti nests? There might be more clues scattered around this Dres message relay. Ugh, what's that on the letter? Are you sure that's just mud? Why don't you just read it to me from over there? Ah, probably that secret project the servant mentioned. Foves is part of the project, so as his trusted aide, Gito gains access to the details, may have even taken the notes himself. What else? Bristleback, Sparrow, that letter, and the Dres camp explained these code names. This means Master Foves worked with Gito this whole time. They even tried to frame Master Sulis as the spy. Can't say I'm overly surprised. My next step is quite clear. I kill Gito. The writ covers Tredessim and just Tredessim. Anything you want to do beyond that is up to you, hero. Let's return to Tel Hulen. Hopefully Gito is there so I can wrap this up. Meet me in Tel Hulen. We can finish this there.
Here!
That Morag Tong assassin came out of nowhere. I blinked and she was in the room. Now she's talking with Master Sulis. I wonder what this is all about. What? What's that supposed to mean? I'm not fond of assassins, outsider. Or their sharp knives. Oh, I wish this terrible business was just finished already.
I see that you and the assassin have both returned. I assume that means she'll soon conclude her business and Telvanni will be safe again. Well, safer, anyway. I look forward to hearing her report.
Please don't distract me. The master...
The Morag Tong agent has returned, and the tower is in an uproar. Zemzo does not like all this drama. Still, this one will stand his ground and report everything back to Master Thilzi as accurately as possible.
Tell me, assassin, have you dealt with our spy?
Not yet, but I'm about to.
Naryu says she's ready to complete her writ of execution. I take great comfort that she revealed this to me before she finished her business. I mean, I know I'm not the spy, but it is good to know that she knows that too.
Looks like we got to that letter before Guiteau. He never received his orders to slip away and make a break for the dress camp. Makes my life easier. Now I complete my writ. I figured you'd want to witness a professional at work. After all your help, you've earned that right. The rules are quite explicit. I can only terminate the person or persons listed on my writ, and this writ only covers Tredessim. We know there's Guiteau, so he's my only target. A Telvanni master may be guilty of scheming, but that's nothing new. She did she? I suppose you did go out of your way to help a woman with a writ. Here you go, payment is promised. Never let it be said that Naryu doesn't pay for services rendered. Thanks again, hero. Now, for my final bit of business. Master Phobes, it seems your aide has been speaking out of turn.
No. Mercy, please.
If you're certain, assassin, then do as you will.
No! You'll have to catch me first!
Help is so difficult to come by. Pity you had to kill one of the good ones. It takes so long to find someone you can trust. Raise them up, teach them how best to serve you. So much time invested. Then they go into this. Thank you, I guess. Now, please, leave me be.
I see the Morag Tong was able to close out the writ. We thank you for your work. I doubt Guiteau had the courage or intelligence to do this on his own. I wonder which of my rivals was helping him.
With that, the writ is complete. I'm still curious why Guiteau decided to betray his master, but I suppose that doesn't really matter at this point. In a place like this, you don't always need a reason for betrayal. Sharpening my blades. You never know how soon I'll need to draw them again. Then a trip to Necrom, I think. I should pay my respects at the necropolis while I'm in the area. I put a lot of ancestors in those catacombs.